His wife had a secret box that he was forbidden to open, but right before she died, she revealed the truth. Love and marriage is truly one of the best perks of being a person on planet Earth. When you find the one, or your true soulmate, it's as if fireworks, sparks, and everything from the fairy tale love stories becomes real. When marriage and love last for decades as couples grow older together, they all go through ups and downs. It's not all sunshine and roses, but if there's love, trust, and good communication, you can get through the good, the bad, and the ugly no matter what. This brings us to today's beautiful love story between a couple who'd been married for decades. They had an amazing relationship that truly did last the test of time. Their love and commitment to each other was undeniable, and when you hear the rest of this story, you'll soon understand why. Like all couples, things would sometimes get tense, but from their recollection, the decades they'd been together was amazing. But strangely, nobody ever saw them fight or yell at each other, and neither of them could even recall a single screaming bout. One day the wife was admitted to the hospital and doctors told her that she had an incurable disease, but there was nothing they could do to stop it and she would soon die. Their entire marriage, she was holding back a secret that not even her husband knew, and it was pretty much the key to why they never had a single fight. Right before they were married, she recalls her grandma telling her that if the marriage was to last, they should never fight or argue. On the surface, to most of us, this seems like a pretty tall order. Many couples can't even get through a few hours without bickering at each other. However, she took her grandmother's advice to heart and decided to follow her instructions to a T. The couple had been together for decades. Her husband truly couldn't recall a single fight they ever had, and for the most part, it had honestly been the best marriage ever. They always talked through everything calmly and peacefully, and somehow throughout all the years, this just worked, to everyone's amazement. They were always honest and told each other absolutely everything. Well, almost everything. The man's wife had a box that she kept on the top shelf of her closet in her room. She always told him that he was not allowed to open the box under any circumstances. He'd always wondered why, but his curiosity didn't get to the point that he ever secretly went in her closet and opened it. He respected her privacy and her wishes for him not to open this secret box. Now that her time on Earth was soon coming to an end as she was suffering from a terminal disease, she believed as she passed on and her husband opened the box without her telling him what was in it, he may be angry and take it the wrong way. One day in the hospital, she said to him, "I want you to go back to the house, get the box and open it so I can tell you my one secret I've kept from you all these years." Her husband agreed, left the hospital, went into her closet and got the forbidden box. He opened it up and saw 2 dolls which were crocheted, and then he was stunned to see that there was $95,000 underneath the 2 dolls. He was obviously very confused, but he drove back to the hospital immediately. He walked into her hospital room and she finally revealed the truth about this box and what it meant. She started off by telling him that every time she felt angry at him and wanted to scream or fight or yell, she would instead calmly just knit a doll. She'd done this for decades without him having any idea what was going on. He couldn't believe what he was hearing and was so moved that he instantly began to cry happy and sad tears at the same time. He loved this woman so much, and he couldn't believe she made this sacrifice to make their marriage absolute perfection. He said to her, "Since there are only 2 dolls in the box, does this mean you are only mad at me twice? And where did the $95,000 come into all this?" She laughed and told him the $95,000 was from selling all the other dolls she'd crocheted throughout the years. He laughed as well, as he always enjoyed her sense of humor that she maintained all the way up until her last moments on Earth. This story is a great reminder that true love does still exist out there, and hopefully all of us will one day be as blessed as these 2 amazing people and meet our soulmates.